Nice to meet you.
Okay. Hello. There you are.
Hello. Well, first of all, Brian, thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
It's a pleasure talking to you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so let's start by talking about coming back to Chile after 2 years. I think
Yes,
last time you were here.
November 2023.
Yeah, I was actually there. It was a very cool concert. So how do you feel about returning to Chile in the context of the Metal Fest? Probably the biggest metal festival here in Chile.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I knew we were playing Chile, but I didn't know exactly where we were playing. So if it's a metal fest, that's fantastic. It's going to be awesome. All the gigs I've done with Saxon so far have been great. A lot of energy at the shows, and I'm really enjoying myself. So yeah, I can't wait to come back.
And you've been already 2 years with the band. How has that been?
Brilliant. I joined. Yeah, I joined. I got the call in March 2023, and so it's been just over 2 years, and it's been fantastic. We've done a lot of gigs. We've been to South America. We've been to the US and all across Europe, and we've done the album Hellfire and Damnation as well, and played some huge festivals like Hellfest, and it's going great. So I'm really enjoying myself. It's a lovely break to get at my age. Yeah.
So right now in this festival, you're playing with big names like Sabaton, Carcass, Kerry King. What do you think about it? Have you heard the bands or?
Yeah, I've heard of, I've seen probably quite a few of them. We do a lot of festivals, and whenever I can, I'll go out and watch some of the bands. And I've seen Sabaton somewhere. I can't remember where though. I think before I joined Saxon, I caught them at a festival. But yeah, it's great. I mean, it's just community, isn't it? It's always such a good vibe at these gigs, even though everybody looks mean and moody and all that. They're really just hippie, peaceful type guys. I think all the metal community is very peaceful, really, inside. We all just love music, and it never gets violent, or even if you're having mosh pits and things like that. It's kind of well-meaning, isn't it? It's kind of let's have fun. It's never I'm going to hit that guy in the face.
Yeah, it's never like that. Never
Mad,
like
isn't
that.
it? In a way, it looks shocking, but no one is out to hurt anybody.
Yeah, that's completely true. Completely true. So it's been a year already since you guys released your last album, Hellfire and Damnation. First of all, how do you feel about the album now, 1 year after the release?
I like it. It's a great album. I'm really proud to be part of a Saxon album and to get involved in the writing. And I think it sounds great. I mean, I've never worked with Andy Sneap before, even though I knew of him. And we've done gigs in the past with Sabbath, and I know he was in Hell. And then, of course, when he joined Judas Priest, I contacted him and congratulated him. So I do know Andy, but I've never actually recorded with him. And I was very impressed. I thought he did a fantastic job. And I think the album sounds amazing.
Yeah. So you were involved in the writing of the album, right?
Yes. Well, Biff asked, as soon as I joined, I started learning, they sent me a set list, which I started learning. But maybe after a month or so, Biff called and said, we are doing a new album. So if you've got any ideas, send them over. And so I did just that, and he picked some that he liked, and then we worked on them together, and then eventually rehearsed with the band and, earmarked the ones for the album. So yeah, it was really flattering to be included in the writings so quickly.
That's great, actually.
Yeah, great.
So, what's in the horizon for the band? Are you going to are you writing new music, or are you just focusing on touring?
Um, Both. I'm always trying to write new material, and I make demos when I'm at home. And even when I'm on tour, I practice and warm up before a show. And if I've got a riff, I'll record it on my phone, like probably a lot of people do. And there is talk of doing another Saxon album. I think Bit mentioned, it'll be next year, of course, probably end of next year. But at some point, maybe in the gaps, we'll get together and try and come up with material for the next record.
So, what can the Chilean fans expect from this concert in comparison to the last concert in 2023?
I would imagine it'll be a slightly different set list. I don't know exactly. I think we'll be including the newer songs this time. I think when we played in 2023, the album hadn't come out. Well, it hadn't. So the set was probably more based on the Carpe Diem album. Whereas I think this time there will be quite a few songs from Hellfire and Damnation and less from Carpe Diem. So it would just be a refreshing of the set. And we've been playing the whole of the Wheels of Steel album all across Europe recently. So I would imagine there'll be some songs from that album as a sort of, at the anniversary. 45th anniversary of that album. I think it was 1980 that came out. So yeah, it's going to be great. The band's really, really on fire.
That's really cool. So you're as the founding member of Diamond Head. Now you're playing on saxon. You're like a really important part of the new wave of British heavy metal. How do you see that? How do you feel about that?
Well, it's just happened. I don't know. I never set out to do that. I just wanted to be in a band. I wanted to be on stage, write songs, emulate my heroes. But as it's gone on, and Metallica covering 4 Diamond Head songs was a fantastic thing for the band, but also financially for Sean and I, it's helped keep us going through the lean years, and then of course joining Saxon has been another fantastic career opportunity. And so I mean, I said yes immediately, because I'd considered what if I ever got asked, because I'd got to know Saxon when we were touring with them, and we were on the same label and the same management, and I thought, well, if ever they asked me to do it to dep or to tour or whatever, I'd be up for it. I'd join, because it's really hard to keep a band going, and Saxon's on a different level to where Diamond Head is, so it's a huge step up. It's so nice to have crew and a tour bus and everything taken care of, rather than fretting about hope we catch the ferry in time and things like that.
So did you ever thought you would end up playing in 2 iconic bands like this?
Not really. I mean, I kind of thought it'd be nice if I got a break and went up the ladder a few, like a game of snakes and ladders, it'd be nice to go up the ladder a little bit, but I just didn't seem to get the break, really. And obviously Biff recognised something in my playing or my ability to write, or the fact that I'm just a, nice guy, not going to rock the boat, not going to make waves, to offer me the job in Saxon once Paul decided to retire.
Okay, so what this is a question I ask everyone I interview. What keeps you making this? What's your motivation? Because every musician has a different motivation for doing this.
I think I just I gained a love of rock music when I was young. My older brother was 6 years older than me, and he played guitar, and he would take me to see bands. I went to see bands from about the age of 12, and he took me to see Black Sabbath when I was 14, and then I would go and watch all sorts of bands with him, and then I got into it myself, and I would go and watch bands. And I suppose I just wanted to be like them, you know. I'd watch them on stage or on Top of the Pops or something, and listen to their albums and think, wouldn't it be great to be in a band, and wouldn't it be great to be able to make records and write songs? And it's a case of, you know, you ask your friends, you try and find a singer and a drummer, and you know, you just start out in a bedroom or a garage, but with enough, you know, energy and tenacity and good fortune, you can actually go from nothing all the way to the top. It's just very, very rare that happens, and it's very, very difficult to do. But of course, when you're 16, you've got the ambition and the energy and the naivety to think that anything is possible. And so I was one of those kids who just wanted to give it a go. And of course, once you spend most of your life almost practicing the guitar, I don't want to give it up. I've got to see it through to the final curtain.
So, any, you know, closing the interview, any words for your Chilean fans here that are going to the concert?
Yeah, just, you know, come and have a good time. You know, we're looking forward to coming over to South America again. I'm excited. I loved it last time. We were met at every airport and every hotel and every venue with enthusiastic saxon fans, which I was not used to. But yeah, I'm sure it'll be great. The good energy.
Well, thank you very much again for your time, Brian.
You're welcome. Nice to meet you over the net. Okay.
Yeah, see you at the concert.
Thank you. See you later.